Jesus is instructing the disciples to go and preach and to heal and to cure and cure diseases and illnesses, and to give without charging. Without cost you have received, without cost you are to give miracles, to give healings, but more importantly to give the gospel, to give the message of Jesus to people. And we're to pray to the Master of the harvest to send out laborers for his harvest, to send more preachers to the world, to spread the gospel. Cardinal Pell was in prison for a little over a year, I think, for a pedophilia charge, which he was totally innocent from, and he was finally freed after a 7-0 decision by the Supreme Court that he was totally innocent, and yet he had to suffer all that time in the prison. While he was there, he didn't have access, couldn't say Mass, and most of the time he spent just, he did have a television, and he would listen to Protestant preachers preach, and he said he benefited from them, preaching the gospel. They were preaching the gospel, and they have a lot of good things to say, and our Lord uses those who are in the Protestant faiths to spread his teachings and to spread charity and to lead many souls to salvation, I'm sure. We have the fullness of faith in the Catholic Church. We need to keep appreciating that, keep indulging in it, indulging in the gospel, the gifts of the gospel teachings, the teachings of Jesus. We need to know the teachings of Jesus. We need to be examples of the teachings of Jesus so people can see the gospel alive and real today in you and me. We need to be living the gospel teachings, practicing especially charity. Charity is the thing that stands out in people's minds. Goodness and charity and sacrifice and helping other people in every way, taking care of people, sacrificing ourselves for our neighbor. This is the thing that people remember, especially in what brings them to Jesus, and converts hearts. We need to get to the details of the teachings of Jesus. We can say the gospel. What do you mean by the gospel? What do you mean by Christianity? What do you mean by Jesus or going to church? We need to know all the details of the teachings of Jesus about charity and forgiveness and sacrifice and denying ourselves and living for heaven and prayer and all these things, and we need to know them thoroughly ourselves. We need to study the Gospels and keep reading them and living them and remembering them and listening to talks, even if they come from non-Catholics. We need all of these things, and the world needs it. The world needs Christianity. The world needs Jesus. Here we are at Christmas time. Is it just Santa Claus and reindeers and Christmas music and Christmas lights? Is that all it is? Something much, much, much more deep than that. The Christmas message, God coming to earth to be with us, to give us hope and joy and answers and a way of life, hope and promise for the next life, but also a hundredfold in this life if we live the teachings of Jesus. We have so much, and we need to give it to others without counting the costs, sacrificing ourselves, giving to others what we have received, especially us Catholics. We've received the fullness of the faith, which is so rock solid. Our faith is so rock solid. We have answers to everything, except for the mysteries. We have the answers because Jesus has given them to us. We go to Jesus. Jesus is our answer, has all the answers, and so let us appreciate what we have and give to others the fullness of the faith.